What Frederic Vasseur has just revealed about Ferrari's performance after the Japanese Grand Prix is nothing short of shocking, and it could completely reshape how we view their 2025 season going forward. In a year where Ferrari were expected to finally take the fight to Red Bull, we're instead hearing from their own team boss that the current state of Formula One might be turning into what he calls a qualifying championship. And that should seriously alarm anyone hoping for the Scuderia's return to glory. Why? Because if Saturdays are truly becoming more important than Sundays, then Ferrari's current issues, from setup inconsistencies to poor one-lap pace and chronic underperformance on Hamilton's side of the garage, could prove fatal to their hopes of winning anything this year. And that's not just speculation. That's coming straight from the top. In a brutally honest debrief after Suzuka, Vasseur didn't try to hide behind excuses. He laid it out plainly. Track position is king, overtaking is nearly impossible, and if you don't nail qualifying, you're not winning races in 2025. And that, in itself, is devastating news for Ferrari, a team that has been struggling to put the SF25 in the right window all season long. Add to that the radio frustration from both Hamilton and Leclerc, the persistent balance issues, and the newly discovered underperforming component that's been holding back Hamilton's car, and suddenly Vasseur's comments aren't just insightful. They're a full-blown warning that Ferrari might be spiraling again, and much earlier than anyone expected. So in this video, we're breaking down every detail of what Vasseur actually said and why it might be the most important statement from a team principal so far this year. Because this isn't just about the Japanese Grand Prix. It's about a team that's at serious risk of falling behind in a season where qualifying might mean everything, and Ferrari simply aren't ready. Before we get into all the details, from the performance breakdown to the implications of Vasseur's words and how both Hamilton and Leclerc are reacting, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the crucial twists in this unfolding Ferrari drama. Because what was just said after Suzuka could change everything. Ferrari's performance at the Japanese Grand Prix wasn't disastrous on paper, but in the context of what was expected from this team in 2025, it was deeply underwhelming. Charles Leclerc managed P4, Lewis Hamilton P7. Both drivers brought home points, but that's exactly the problem. Ferrari is settling for damage limitation, not fighting for podiums. In a post-race interview that raised more eyebrows than a qualifying upset, Frederic Vasseur warned that Formula One in 2025 may be turning into a qualifying championship. A reality where starting grid position determines finishing position simply because overtaking has become nearly impossible. Now consider that coming from the head of Ferrari, one of the most iconic teams in F1 history. It sounds almost defeatist, but it's not just Vasseur's pessimism. It's a reflection of the current technical and strategic limitations of Ferrari's SF25. At Suzuka, the top 6 drivers crossed the line in exactly the same order they qualified. Max Verstappen was never challenged. Lando Norris could not even get within DRS range. And behind them, Ferrari was stuck in no man's land. Not fast enough to challenge the leaders, but just far enough ahead to keep Mercedes at bay. Now on paper, his P4 finish looks decent, but listen to his post-race comments and you hear something else. Frustration. He called the race annoying, described the car's performance as insufficient, and openly admitted that despite good balance and clean driving, he was just too far behind. More tellingly, when asked where Ferrari were weaker compared to McLaren, he said, maybe the first sector, but it's hard to tell because they were always 2 seconds ahead. That right there is the problem. Ferrari aren't losing races in Sector 3. They're losing them before they even start, and Leclerc knows it. Vasseur says Ferrari must improve everywhere, and he's not wrong. The SF25 needs more downforce, more straight-line speed, and above all, a wider operating window. Right now, the car is too sensitive to ride height, making it unpredictable to set up and difficult to extract performance from consistently across both cars. Vasseur also admitted that strategy and operational decisions must improve. At Suzuka, Ferrari ran a conservative race. They didn't attempt an undercut, didn't gamble on tire offsets, didn't split strategies. On top of that, Communication is clearly breaking down. We saw it in the radio messages at Suzuka, Hamilton asking, "Where am I slow, mate?" and being given vague answers. Pushing back on an engineer's instruction about engine braking with, "You've already told me I don't do it for a reason." These aren't just random complaints. They're symptoms of deeper issues between the drivers and the pit wall. Vasseur said it himself. "It's not an ideal start to the season, but we have 21 races to go." That's true. There's still time to turn things around. But to do that, Ferrari must stop reacting and start building. That means fixing Hamilton's setup issues immediately. It means giving Leclerc a car that lets him fight, not just manage. And it means ensuring that, whatever happens on a Saturday, they don't enter Sundays already resigned to their fate. The 2025 season is shaping up to be defined by marginal gains and strategic execution. Ferrari can no longer afford to get both of those wrong, not when the grid is this close, and certainly not when they have two top-tier drivers pushing to lead the charge. Let us know in the comments, do you think Ferrari can genuinely bounce back from this? Can they fix the internal issues, close the performance gap, and challenge for wins before it's too late? And if you're enjoying these full breakdowns of Formula One's most dramatic developments, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications. Because if Vasseur's words are anything to go by, the Ferrari story is about to get even more intense. And we'll be here to follow every twist, every upgrade, and every race that could define their future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next.